All right, this is a review practice quiz, subtraction and patterns review. So if we have 1/4, 1/2, and 3/4, we want to find a rule for this sequence. We first need to get them into common denominators. Okay, so we have a 4th in the bottom here and a 4th in the bottom here. So those are all set. We need to turn this middle one into a 4th. So 1/2 is the same as 2/4, and we can find that by thinking, how do I go from 2 to 4 using multiplication? It'd be 2 times 2 to get the bottom to be 4, and we'd multiply the top by 2 as well. So that was the rule that we used to go from 2 to 4. 2 times 2 to make 4, 1 times 2 to make 2. So what is the pattern that's happening? Okay, so the denominator is consistent. What is changing? 1 to 2 is +1. 2 to 3 is +1. So what do you think the next one would be? 1/4, 2/4, 3/4, 4/4. It's changing by 1/4 each time. Let's try another one. Okay, so 1 3/8, 2 1/8. Okay, so the denominators of the fractions are the same here. We need to change this. How would I go from 4 to 8 using multiplication? I'd multiply by 2 again. The top of the fraction gets the same treatment. 4 times 2 is 8. 3 times 2 is 6. And the big number out here did not change. So what is happening each step of the way? So we have a denominator of 8, so the fractions are the same size steps. How do I go from 3 to 6? 3, 4, 5, 6. So that's adding 3. How do I go from, now something interesting happened here, that really 2 1/8 would be, the clock switched over again, right? So if we went 3/8, we went 3, 4, 5, 6. If we took 3 more steps, what would happen? It would change the clock over, so to speak. So 6, 7, 8, 9/8. So we would have 1 9/8. Now typically when we have a numerator that's larger, we want to turn this into a whole number. So that would turn into 1 8/8 and 1 more 1/8. So this is how we got 1 plus 1 to give us the 2. So 1 plus 8/8 makes 2 and 1/8. So the rule again is changing by plus 3/8 of a step. Just like that. Okay, this time we're not looking for a pattern, we're just trying to write this in simplest form. We need to get the patterns to match up first though. How do I go from 2 to 8 using multiplication? I'd multiply by 4, of course, both bottom and top. So this turns into 2 and 4/8. This left side is 4 3/8. So the denominators of the fraction match. That's good. Now 3 minus 4, that would give us a negative number, 3 minus 4. So I need to borrow, if we think of our pizzas, okay? So we have 4 unopened pizzas. That's going to turn into 3 completely unopened pizzas. 1 that we just opened but did not eat anything yet, okay? The size of these pieces are 8ths, so that's going to be 3 and 8/8 plus 3/8 cold slices. We're going to make the subtraction here. But before we do that, we need to clean up these fractions, okay? So 8 and 3 makes 11/8. Big whole number out here of 3. Now we have common denominators where we do have fractions. And the thing that we're taking away is smaller, so we're not going to end up with a negative fraction. That's the goal. So 3 minus 2 would be 1, and 11 minus 4 would be 7. So we're looking at 1 7/8 right there. Okay, next one. Find the difference and write it in simplest form. So we need to get common denominators. If I multiply this fraction over here by the denominator of 9, I'm going to get 3 times 9 would be 27 over 72. Okay, minus. We're going to multiply this side by 8 over 8. See how we're sharing the denominator with the other fraction. Okay, 7 times 8 gives us 56. Nine times 8 gives us a 72. Now 27 minus 56 would give us a negative number, so we need to do something first. I'm going to split this stack of hot pizzas into seven full unopened boxes and a brand new open box of 72 slices, and then these cold 27 slices. And I'm going to wait to copy that down so it doesn't get too messy. So what is 72 and 27? That would be 99 over 72. Bring down the whole number. Now minus 2 and 56 over 72. So now can we do the math on the fractions? Yes, because the denominators are the same. They're both 72. Also 56 is a smaller number than 99. So I can take 56 from 99. Okay, so remember how I'm going to do this. I'm going to do 7 minus 2 to give us 5. Okay, 7 minus 2, so I subtract the whole numbers. Then I subtract the fractions. So 99 minus 56 should give us 43. That was the second option here. And that is it. Great job.